What's up, everybody? Welcome to American Horror Story Roanoke, aka Season 6, Episode 3, Chapter 3, Recap Review. Heads up, spoilers. Clear it out if you're not down with that. Uh, yeah, it started off with them looking for Flora, the little girl. Even Mason's looking for her, and then they go to like an abandoned farm deep in the forest, and there's two young boys, but one looked like a teenager and one looked like almost a teenager, maybe. Whatever though. But they can only say one word, Crota, and they're breastfeeding off a pig, which is kind of weird, but okay. So they take them into custody, police custody, and they get a social service worker. And apparently they're related to the Polk family, which is the hillbillies. And yeah, they can say it's Crota, and they even get chocolate. And then a new person shows up called Cricket, and he's a psychic, and he's helped people find their missing children. And he performs a seance, and we see the butcher, aka Thomas Thomason White, I believe was her name, her Christian name. Um, and yes, she's in the house, and she cuts the candle in half, and Matt thinks it's all a hoax. She blows out the windows. And she's basically giving the whole spiel she did before when they killed the doctor from the previous episode. In the episode before that, um, no, they killed him in the second episode. First, no, he showed up in the first, and then they killed him in the second. And yeah, she's basically saying she's protecting her land and will never leave it again. And then we learn Cricket's fee is $25,000. Yeah, 2,500. Yeah, $25,000 after he already started and spraying on the weak family. And then he whispers to Lee, Emily says she misses you and wonders why you stopped looking for her. So we learned that Lee had a child when she was 17, and when the child was 4, so she was 21, she ran into the store for 5 minutes and then Emily was gone. And before that, Mason um, says that he's gonna go to the police, and they get into it saying basically he said that Lee is hiding Flora because he was gonna get full custody and she'd probably never see her or supervised visitation. Sad moment. And then for some reason they have their phones on vibrate when they go to sleep and it wakes them up, which is kind of why you have your phone on vibrate so it doesn't wake you up. But anyways, the cops called Matt and told him they found a body, and it's Mason's body, or we're assuming it's Mason's body because they give Lee a little evidence in a Ziploc, and she says Mason, and it was like a thing. And then Lee checked his phone again and had alerts from the cameras, and it's Lee leaving at 10 and coming back 4 hours later. Suspicious. So then she goes to Cricket the next day, and we learn more about the butcher. We got a flashback in a show of of a reenactment show, so of a show, and it's basically just all about the butcher, and she was kind of like the mayor, or her husband was kind of like the mayor, and then he went to England. They were the first original, or the lost colony of Roanoke, and they're saying Roanoke's farther from the house, but because what they did to Thomas and White, aka the butcher, um, they kind of took over the colony and they threw her from leadership, and then put a cage on her face and left her in the woods to die. And then this demon lady came and they found her still beating the heart, or I think it might have been her still being Art, and took the cage off her face and everything, and she pledged her allegiance to this woman. And then that's why she's still protecting Roanoke. She killed the dude that put the thing on her face and sliced another dude's throat and almost killed her son, but didn't. And then they moved inward, so to where the house would be. And then they go out looking for Flora again with Cricket because Priscilla has the child. And they strike a deal with the butcher that's give us back the kid who will leave the house and we'll burn it to the ground, which is what Matt and Lee agreed to. And then Matt was missing, and then Shelby finds him having sex with the demon woman while the hillbilly folk watched. And then when it cuts back to the house, he says he doesn't remember how walking off or going missing or what he was doing. So she probably mesmerized him or whatever. We'll find out soon. And then Shelby's back at the house and called the cops. The cops are there and they arrest Lee and take her in, and that's how it ends. So I believe there's only a couple episodes left. I'm not sure. When I first checked, there was 5, so that makes 2, but didn't say nothing, so who knows? But yeah, we'll see what happens, what they're gonna do. It's good so far. Peace.